This is Josiah Plays Pillars of Eternity 2 Deadfire. I'm back after yet another of many crashes. This time I have lowered the graphic settings on the game to the minimum, including turning off the delicious lighting effects. So things are going to look worse, especially in dark areas. But we're going to find out if the game keeps crashing. The Crashfire Archipelago, that's right, Sato. So we're back here, and we're supposed to trigger some Oh, there we go. There's the triggered conversation with Shodi. This is what I was in when it crashed last time. So we went through this part. We went through this part.
Without my guide, they'll be
We went
lost.
through this part.
That's supposing they ain't a follower of Eothas. What do you reckon? Mighty kind of you.
And this is where we
This
were.
here's a final call for all souls. Last stop for the lost. Gather round now, I'll cut you loose and haul you into the light.
Fucking Shodi, the fucking priest from Texas. Hey, y'all, gather round. Time for the afterlife, y'all. Ringing a fucking triangle and shit. Alright, swinging the lantern faster and faster. Shodi plants her thighs wide and then thrusts her arms up high overhead. The lantern rattles in her grip, and the light from within flares blindingly bright. In the silence of your held breath, it almost seems like a soul should sift up from within one of the corpses, quivering in the air before siphoning? That's what I do. I do ciphering. Before siphoning into the lantern's fading brilliance. But the ashen bodies are bereft of souls, so in the end, Shodi's light fades without acquiring anything. You got one. I'll say nothing.
It's my honored duty to reap and shepherd departed souls during their journey to being reborn. With Eothas dead, me and the other reapers gotta gather as many souls as we can.
I don't know if she's crazy, or lying, or legit.
We'll keep him safe until Gon returns to Hell and can take him into his divine embrace.
Rub the dirt from her cheek. Seems like a bizarre thing to suddenly do. Only 15 minutes till I have to put away the supper menu and bring out the dinner one. What do you mean?
I'm keeping lost souls. And here.
He taps the metal frame of the lantern. Yeah, we've been through that. I've read your quest.
And that's all I care to say for now. Let's go.
She nods before setting off. Shodi was unable... Oh, wait. We read these in character voice. Shodi was unable to harvest any souls from the ashen bodies at the Engwithan dig site near Port Mage. She's literally a Ghostbuster. Yeah, she's got the Ghostbuster trap! Well, if we go here to her lantern, which counts as a shield... Don't ask me to explain how she's using a lantern as a shield. It contains a mantle of Audra, and she collects souls within the mantle so they can be safeguarded until Eothas returns to Hell once more to oversee this. So. And I have verified that unique items have unique enchants you can put on them. Because these enchants are completely unique to this item. Now that's only unique items. Like, I can't, well, it has to be, but her sickle has its own unique enchants, Urgent Harvest, and Finality, which is pretty cool. So his enchants on his armor are unique to that armor. And like the enchants you can get on Draga's skull, Flames of Retribution is unique to that item, too. Eothas' domain is Hell? Well, I guess. I mean... that seems to be what she's saying. He's the god of rebirth. I mean, I read a book here that's talking about how Bareth and Remergond are both gods of death. Bareth overseeing the cycle of life, death, and rebirth. Remergond overseeing the cold, destructive of death itself. But now we're also getting information that... I mean, how many people preside over death in this pantheon? It's like they're all fighting over it. No, I'm the god of death. No, I'm the god of death. No, I'm the god of death, y'all. That one was gone. God of rebirth says right there. Oh, I like how it has hyperlinks to related topics. What does it say about Gone again? Death and harvest. So yeah, there's just half the fucking gods are the god of death, apparently. It's generally believed the god, instead of Bareth, visits those who embrace death with acceptance and understanding. So I don't know. All the gods are the god of death, apparently. I bet if I click on some of these weird gods, one of them is also the god of death. Here's Tangaloa, also the god of death. Death is complicated. It needs a lot of gods to deal with it. Alright, let's see if I can loot some... Oh, wait, I got silver out of this inashed person. Inashed, that's a word. Ooh, and gold. And so, well, don't mind if I do.
That would be a no.
Were there any more inashed bodies up here that I just didn't notice before? Doesn't look like it. I love the size of the Eothas Titan statue's footprints. Hold on, look at the size of this statue's foot. Okay, that's the size of this rather large-looking statue's foot. Now look at the size of this fucking footprint. One of his toes is bigger than the whole foot of that other statue. So that is a giant, giant statue. What is this? Oh. I guess it was another inashed body in a weird position. I don't like the fact that those didn't light up when I hit tab. Literally unplayable. You gotta get back to work? Thanks, Tim. Have a good one. Have a good day. We'll see you later. See you tomorrow for the D&D game, presumptively. Not a word, but... Well, it might be a word, but it's not the word I was supposed to use there. Are we playing D&D tomorrow? At like 4 o'clock or something? Eothas' footprint. Ancient training hall. Alright, cool. See you, Tim. Have a good one, buddy. More hardtack. Alright. Golden Swoles. Silver Luches. I really like the art design of the environments in this game so far. Even though I'm playing at minimum graphics settings now, which makes my sad very soul. It does what now? Okay, how many hours have I been up? Makes my sad very soul. How long have I been up doing this? Well, I've been up, like, I don't know, I can't do that math, but my stream has been going, well, ostensibly, my stream has been going for 20 hours? Already? 20 hours? Doesn't feel like it. I'm really not tired at all. 20 hours. But I've had to take off a good portion of that time for technical difficulties. So I haven't actually streamed 20 hours. Which means I'm going to have to obviously extend the barrel and gunpowder barrel. Who keeps breaking my gunpowder barrels? Apparently when you get disintegrated into ash, you just turn into money. More rice! I love it. I love it. Why are these barrels here? Like, why are there explodable barrels over here? Another big footprint. That's the heel mark. So Eothas' foot just crushed this fucking wall. Just smashed it flat. The statue is basically a giant soul Roomba. I guess so. Crew will never want for pudding. Oh, I love rice pudding. Foreman's quarters. Let's not go off half-cocked and just jump into there. Oh, we got shit to read. We got some copper pawns. We got a jade. Jade is a dense stone more commonly found in the Deadfire than in the Old Empires or Eastern Reach. Some tribes use jade for small knives and fishhooks, but it is far more frequently used for buttons, beads, and other decorative arts. Marbled white and light green jade are the most common colors, but jade can also be found in black, red, blue, and dark green varieties. Potion of the Attuned Self. This concoction focuses the body and mind, increasing defense against numerous afflictions. Yeah, okay. That's about to be 38 copper pieces. Ferris. Take the day off. Wait, what? Ferris. Take this coin out to the Hawana village and see if you can round up anyone willing to do a week's digging for pay. Try the low caste types first, the Roparu. They're used to hard work and they don't ask for more than their share. S. Did you get it? I said Ferris, take the day off. The Roparu is the lowest class of Hawana society. Roparu are designated to work as unskilled laborers and to starve in times of scarcity. Their status is a function of survival in the often unforgiving Deadfire, and not a moral judgment. Oh, that's real comforting. Hey, it's not a moral judgment, it's just, you can't have any food. Sorry. The Roparu are destined to be reborn into the Kurau or Mataru class in their next lives. Well, there you go, then. It has to tell you if drinking a potion is quiet. Apparently some potions will be loud. You drink the potion and it's like jubilation. That is one loud-ass potion. Are there some potions you just have to guzzle loudly while going, ah, after each gulp? I don't know, that'd be pretty funny. Whoever was in here left in the middle of drinking their tea. Some lockpicks. Oh, we got ourselves some worms, ladies and gentlemen. Why is Shodi standing around? Did he do his proper thing? Yes, he has Discipline Barrage on. Has he attempted to knock anyone down yet? Yes, he did knock someone down. And he's about to knock someone down again. Good job. The AI is working. Wait, what the fuck? Oh, she cast Prayer for the Body on Adair in the beginning of the fight, like she was supposed to. So my AI scripts are doing what I set them up to do. It's good. Alright, what am I doing? Everybody's got holy power on. Let's kick some ass.
Finish that! Oh, indeed. Perfect.
Dude, I put out some deeps, man. Well, I crit there. Considering I'm not a deeps kind of character, I put out some deeps. Clearly it was tea consumption that killed all these people. And now, don't be a tea consumption hater. We've learned about worms. Let's learn about worms. They're a type of dragon, apparently. They have a pretty hefty amount of armor for little guys, don't they? They have an ability called Enrage. Young dragons begin their life cycle as worms, though most never develop beyond that stage. Worms are clever and sly, but not especially intelligent. To develop into a drake, and eventually a dragon, a worm must have ample space and resources. They will not develop if they live near existing drakes and dragons. They must seek out a habitat that has not already been claimed by a larger counterpart. Since the chances of further development are low, most worms will band together in covens for survival, yet they remain bold and highly aggressive creatures, so the covens they form tend not to last long. Let's take a look at what happened in that fight. Worm automatically starts kicking Adair's ass. Adair. Why does he go right in and hit once before doing anything on his AI profile?
Hey.
He always does that. Like, he should be doing this before... Well, it doesn't matter. He should be doing this before he attacks anyone, though, is the thing. And frankly, he should be doing this before he attacks anyone. Alright, so then Shodi immediately cast a buff on him. He's getting healed by his constant recovery. He activates his self buff. He hits a worm with knockdown. And he... Okay. Worm attacks him. Constant recovery continues to heal him. She abandons casting Holy Power because I was out of range to cast it. We graze some worms. Now, why isn't he knocking down again? I wish I could get timestamps in here. Alright, now he does knock down again. Shodi's doing useless amounts of damage. I am fucking drilling motherfuckers. That's not even a crit. I just shot someone for 41. Ah, because I have over-penetration against those things. How did I have over-penetration if they have 7 armor? Because it says he only had 3 armor. -1 for being flanked. Interesting. But why does he only have 4 instead of the 7 that... Well, I don't know. Maybe the 7 is... I don't know how to define it. Then he finally does a knockdown. Then I crit for 32 piece. I did 24 damage roll, 30% from my might, 10% from draining whip, and 30% from overpen. Alright, not bad.
Yes?
I wonder if it would be worth it. What does the warbow modal do? I forgot already. Gives me a shitload of penetration. Six, 8. If you get a 30% damage boost for over penetration, it seems like penetration is a way more important stat than the base damage. Maybe I should be using the war bow. I don't know. You keep playing Barracuda in your head, except with Sekaruna. Well, as long as you're amusing yourself. It's a predator's fang. Golden Swoles, and Copper Pyres. Another ancient training hall. So this was like a gladiatorial arena or something? Bunch of crazy animancy bullshit. Dagger, a scroll of minor healing. Some more Arak. Weathered journal page. Whatever Odorisi did to that last batch, it's working. We're seeing much higher concentrations of essence in the harvested Adra. I only wish he'd let the rest of us in on his methods. One of our Huana workers got the jolt of his life transporting one of the crates, and that's on top of the one that got blinded last week. All Odorisi has to say for himself is that they were careless. I'm the one paying these islanders' families out of my own pocket. At this rate, I'm going to be the one idiot who comes out of this whole enterprise with less money than I started. S. Out of curiosity... What was the governor's name? Clario. Alright. I don't think Clario is the ass guy. Luminous Adra pool. More free money. Those are some strangely well-dressed laborers. That's how they roll here in the Deadfire. There's a lot of little fucking areas to go into. Why is this Eothas' footprint marked? Young Panther. Shodi, did you want to maybe do some fighting? Alright, I need to change her shit to aggressive rather than defensive.
Very well.
Am I ascended yet? I am ascended. For 27.5 seconds. Let's go nuts. Can I get them all with Eye Strike? I can get them all. Blinded as a motherfucker.
You got the decency to die?
Oh look, I get another 20% damage when I'm ascended as well. I mean, I don't really need to cast any shit. This guy's charmed forever.
Finish them!
That... Dude, I crit a lot. I guess I'm just rolling high. I guess I'm just rolling high because I crit all the damn time. Of course, I do have better accuracy than everyone else. A lot better in some cases. Wonder what would have happened if you left the object dragon in Odnua to continue eating the statue? That's a good question.
As you like.
Shall we read the lore of
I
panthers?
shall.
Because we don't know what a panther is. Let's find out. Let's find out what a panther is. Panthers can sneak attack, and they have cover of night, whatever that does. The scourge of the jungle, panthers are masters of the silent kill. Though they prefer swamp and rainforest, they have been known to roam across scrublands and desert. Consequently, they are widespread in the Deadfire archipelago. Fiercely independent, they thrive in the underbrush, where their dark coats provide them ample camouflage, and eschew interacting with kith unless they perceive a territorial threat. Their impressive musculature and bone structure make these cats lethal pouncers, and the strength of their bite is such that they can pierce the shells of armored reptiles. Even a half-hearted strike from their paw is enough to stagger an unprepared opponent. That makes them sound really tough. And what happened in this fight? I don't think Adair ever even had to be healed. They're missing him, they're missing him, they're missing him because of his 60 deflection. Now it's only 50 because he's flanked. They hit him, but then he's getting healed by constant... Dude, fighters are awesome. He's basically invincible. They hit him, but then he's constantly healing, so Shodi doesn't even have to heal him. Holy power goes off. They're grazing him, he's constantly healing. Look, his constant recovery heals for more after he has holy power on him, because it adds to might, and might affects healing as well as damage. So he actually heals himself for more with that buff on him as well, which is pretty cool. Yeah, I don't think he ever actually had to be healed. Doesn't look like Shodi actually ever cast a heal or anything. It's pretty great.
What can I do you for?
Hey.
How many knockdowns did he use in that fight? I'm just trying to see how well the AI, just using nothing but AI in these guys, I want to see how well it's actually working. So, the fight started. Adair turns on his self-buff like I wanted him to. He does a knockdown. He does another knockdown. He does another knockdown. Okay, at that point, he's out of discipline. Alright, perfect.
Indeed. I shall make it so.
The generator occasionally vibrates wildly, and you can faintly hear the sound of metal grinding on metal from somewhere inside the machinery. I don't know how to explain why, but for some reason this game feels so much better than Pillars 1. Like, every aspect of it, the combat feels much better, and every other part of it feels better, and I don't really know how to explain why, but it just does. Ooh, we got some vegetables. Vegetables. Hagfish and fire kelp. Some barrels, which we're not gonna blow up.
No can do.
One thing that look at that footprint. One thing that I really wish I could do in this game, and I can't because I tried to figure out how to do it earlier and you can't. I want to select Adair and run him around, and I want these motherfuckers to just follow him, and that's impossible. The only way I can get the whole party to move is to select the whole party, and the only problem with that is then when I click on things, sometimes my character will run ahead to talk to somebody, or one of the characters will run off to loot something. And I always want Adair to be the one running off to do shit. Not them. But the only way to do that is to actually hit one, select Adair, have him do a thing, then hit tilde to go back to whole party select. Like every time. Which isn't a huge deal, but it's just a minor inconvenience. What game was it that was like this, but where you could have the people all just follow? Maybe it was Dragon Age Origins that I'm thinking of. God, there's like a giant dome here. Several men and women appear to be locked inside a cage of some kind. They're little more than silhouettes behind the glass, pointing and gesturing excitedly.
You out there, are the beasts gone?
One woman comes up to the door, hands pressed against the glass. I'm going to examine the door. You see no means of opening the door from the outside. It appears the cage is locked from within. I took care of the creatures. The woman turns away to have a muffled exchange with the others. Then she pulls at something by the door and you hear a rattling clank.
Perfetto! We are saved!
Oh, you can also have your characters auto-follow the one character in Divinity Original Sin and Divinity Original Sin 2 as well. It's a nice feature. Belfetto means well done. Saito, were you here when I found the phrase that when I did the mouse over translation, it just said, fuck this? Were you here for that? Because that was one of my joys of this game so far. Yeah, that portrait. Look at that guy. This guy is suspicious. He sure was? Alright, good. That was the best thing in the game so far. Just like in the first game, that part where fucking Adair calls the dozens the loudmouth sheep fuckers. It just comes out of nowhere. You're not expecting to see the word fuck. you're not expecting to see the word fuck all of a sudden in a game like this. So then when you do, it's just funny. A youngish man with bright eyes and a twitching smile claps his... This guy's some kind of drug addict. Claps his hands in joy as he steps out of the cage. The woman next to him, however, remains sober.
Me and the Watcher? We're always happy to help.
She beams at you, eyes filled with pride.
Governor Clario must have sent you to rescue us, no? But you do not look like one of his guards.
She rises onto the balls of her feet and peers behind you, as if searching for someone else. She looks to be only midway into her 30s, though the serious set of her mouth makes her seem older. Actually, Clario sent me to find Odorisi, or his notes. His name is Sungam Nif. I see what you did there. An older woman hawks an impressive gob of phlegm onto the ground and kicks a clump of dirt over it. She's got a cool portrait. I can't believe they made all these portraits. It's so great.
I told you the governor does not care about us. This is all about profit. For him, the rest of the Valiant.
Caloste!
She silences the others with a sharp look. She turns back to you with a resigned breath. It's a Valiant command for silence.
You are here, and that is what matters.
What are you all doing?
Hiding, of course.
The corners of his mouth spasm. The cranky old woman next to him sighs and lays a comforting hand on his arm.
We were taking measurements of the luminous Adra when something strange began happening.
Fascinating. The pillar started to dim, the ground shook, and our instruments showed unusual variations.
That's when those of us with a grain of sense got into the cage.
She glares at the excitable young man, but he doesn't seem to notice. The cage?
Something we made to protect ourselves from surges in the luminous Adra. Those have not been a problem, but I am grateful today for unnecessary precautions.
What happened then?
The Colossus. Some kind of construct made from luminous Adra. It passed through the arena toward the pillar.
Vanessa closes her eyes.
Moments later, the pillar went dark, and all of our colleagues outside the cage froze. Like they turned to ash.
She goes quiet, her hands clasped in front of her. They actually turned into money, interestingly enough. The young man leans forward, his eyes wide with a perverse kind of excitement.
That is when the panthers and worms showed up. Started going through the tents. It was awful, but Engfirth...
Vanessa shoots him a furious look, and he falls silent again. A confused and slightly injured expression crinkles his face.
Some of our people are still missing in the ruins, including Odorisi, our lead researcher. It is possible he managed to hide.
Her furrowed brow, however, suggests otherwise. I'll help him however I can.
Most of the ruins are that way, through the door next to the ramp.
She points to a dark entrance in the eastern wall of the arena.
If you're going below, you should take Engfirth with you.
She turns and motions someone to the front of the group.
Hey, he looks just like...
Adair cuts himself off for reasons not yet apparent. His jaw hangs slack. Holy shit, it's Aloth! Whoa! We just found Aloth! Dun da da da! Wizard obtained. A sharp-featured elf comes to the fore. As he meets your eyes, he gives you a knowing nod. He's earned a few new scars, but you recognize Aloth Corficer all the same. He taps a finger to his lips, a sly smile working its way across them.
Engfirth knows a great many spells. At first, he even cast fire to chase away the panthers.
Until the flames nearly caught one of the tents.
Regardless, I'm glad you're all safe.
Agrasima,
Gratitude.
I do not expect the ruins will be any safer. Many of our people remained behind, which has surely attracted more wildlife. It would be prudent to take help, as long as Engferth is willing to go.
She looks quickly to Aloth. So says that floor makes me think that this is sort of like an Ingwithan missile silo. It does kind of look like that, huh? It looks like this slides open and like some kind of weapon comes out of here.
I would be happy to assist.
He holds your gaze with wide, expectant eyes. What else can you tell me about Engferth?
I don't think that's really...
He has only been with us a few weeks. He is inexperienced, but he came with a glowing recommendation from an academy in Salona.
So, if you install the Critical Role voice pack, which is a free DLC, you can set as your character's voice the voice of Gilmore from Critical Role, which is also voiced by Matt Mercer. And you could have him and Adair and Aloth in your party and no one else, and you would have an entire Matt Mercer party. Oh, you could hire mercenaries. And then you could pick a voice set for them. You could definitely have an entire Matt Mercer party. Came with a glowing recommendation from the Academy in Salona.
That is surely a generous overstatement.
Aloth chuckles uncomfortably and gives you a meaningful look. A glowing recommendation, you say?
Surely we don't have time for...
A pupil of unnatural talent is the phrase I recall.
Matt Mercenaries. Matt Mercenaries. Oh, nice, Saito. That was a fucking Nox move right there.
It seems he was loved and regarded by almost all his instructors, though misunderstood, I gathered, by his fellow students.
I cannot imagine why.
The old Animancer rolls her eyes.
Really, this helpful stranger surely has more important things to worry about.
The tips of Aloth's ears are bright red. He glares at you. Impressive, especially since he doesn't sound Valian.
That's quite a...
Students come from all over the world to study animancy in the republics, especially since it is still forbidden in places like Adir.
But Engferth's story is especially sad. He was only a boy when both his parents died in a fire.
Oh, both his parents died in a fire.
He came to the Deerwood and lived at the manor of a wealthy older aunt, until she also died. In a fire.
If that's all, then perhaps we should be off.
He raises an eyebrow and stares at you pointedly. What else can you tell me about Engferth?
I don't think that's really...
He has only been with us
Okay,
a
it's
few...
the same.
That is surely we...
A pupil, it seems he was...
I cannot imagine.
Really, that's...
Students...
But Engferth...
He came to in a fight.
If that's all, then perhaps we should be off.
Well, Eothas likes honesty. Your Engferth isn't an Animancer. He's a wizard named Aloth.
Difference. Surely I would also change my name if...
He titters. This guy looks like a titterer. But Vanessa rounds on Aloth, cutting the younger Animancer off.
Wait, you know him?
Her eyes narrow in suspicion. I'm his rich aunt from the White That Wends. Nice. But I died in a fire. He's a good friend. He gives you a brief, pained look. She turns to Aloth, her face a rigid mask of anger and hurt.
You lied to us.
The words aren't a question, they're an accusation.
It's true I have other business. I'm afraid I can't explain.
His hands are clasped in front of him, his knuckles as pale and hard as pearls. He slowly meets Vanessa's gaze.
But please know that I meant no harm. I certainly didn't intend to hurt you, Vanessa.
Go, Engferth, Aloth, whoever you are. Do not let me keep you from your other business.
She turns to you, closing her eyes.
Ergon Blanca, just take him with you.
Ah, it's come on now again. Let's go, Aloth.
The sooner the better.
He sighs. I can make him a battle mage, or a spellblade, or just a wizard. I like Aloth's new portrait. He looks more badass than he did in the last game. I think I gotta keep him single-class wizard. I want him to have all the wizard spells. I mean, I don't really see Aloth as somebody that I want to throw into melee. Now, I could make him a Spellblade Wizard Rogue and give him a ranged weapon and have him be a ranged rogue who also has spells, which would be pretty dope. But no, we're going to keep him as a single-class wizard. You suspect he's been doing some wizardry with her? Yeah, that's what I was thinking too, Saito. Single-class wizard, I think. Aloth has joined the party. He immediately gets the pet effect.
How may I help? Hey. How may I help?
So he's got Jolting Touch, Fan of Flames, Menelatus Minor Missiles, Spirit Shield, Combusting Wounds, Rolling Flame, Necrotic Lance, he's got a lot of spells. And now that wizards can cast their spells per encounter, they're so much less useless. You finally got out of the character creation. Yes, Darnaz, finally! How's it going, Darnaz? And he's got a special scepter. Alright, let's take a look at him. Oh, I like his outfit. He looks cool. Aloth's leather armor. Plus 20% recovery time, but plus 10% area of effect. Aloth's leather armor has been enchanted to enhance his spellcasting abilities. It also appears to have custom decorative patterns stitched into the surface. Unlike most deer wooden leather armor, Aloth's has been tailored in the Adiran style. The torso is more heavily reinforced, but lacks sleeves due to Eddar's hot and humid climate. Well, that's right, he doesn't have sleeves. He's kind of buff for a wizard. And you can give it some cool enchants. He's got a couple potions, he's got some scrolls of Fan of Flames. Speaking of scrolls, let's take that scroll of minor healing. Give that to her. He's got a potion of elemental defense. This foul-tasting elixir alters the skin and internal body structures to better withstand burn, freeze, corrode, and shock damage. Alright, sure. He's got his grimoire. And these are the spells that are in it. I like how he has spells all the way up to 9th level in his book. One, two, three, 4 spells in the book. But he's actually got 8 spells he can cast. So I think the way it works is... I think the way it works for wizards in this is... You get your normal skills that you select. Oh, I can't go to his tree. Well, when you level up, you get to select your spells just like every other class. But in addition to the spells that you select, you can also cast the spells of whatever grimoire you have equipped. So if he finds other grimoires, he can equip that grimoire and he can cast all the spells that are in that grimoire, plus the spells that he personally knows. And so, just by switching out grimoires, he can have a whole different set of spells to cast. Which does sound kind of cool, actually, now that I think about it. You feel some fun trade between friends coming on. No, I don't think there's going to be fun trade between friends. Minor Grimoire Imprint. Gives the caster access to one free spell from the target spell list, allowing to cast a spell of 3rd level or lower that is not currently in their grimoire an unlimited number of times? What? What do you mean an unlimited number of times? For how long? What the fuck? That sounds like the most powerful spell ever. What? I can't wait till he gets high enough to have that so we can fucking see how that spell works. 'Cause that sounds ludicrous. No, you can't add in new spells. That's how they did it this way. You actually have to use different books for different spells. He's also got the Keybreaker Scepter. When the dust settled in Sun and Shadow. Wall of Many Colors sounds like the spooniest spell of all time. Yeah, anything with colors. When the dust settled in Sun and Shadow, Aloth looked upon the remains of Theos Ix Arcanon, his former master. He saw where the Grand Master had gone wrong, and what would be required to undo the harm Theos had wrought. With a flick of his wrist, he burned Theos' robe, headdress, and every other symbol of the man's power. Never again, he vowed, should Kith live in fear and blind obedience to an authority they did not understand. Armed with the knowledge and courage he had gained on his journeys with the Watcher, he set out on the long and lonely task of dismantling the Leaden Key. To that end, he crafted this iron scepter with which he would combat the agents of ignorance and fear. Frightens Kith targets on critical hit. Attacks with the Keybreaker Scepter can bounce. That's cool. Foe jump target. Alright, that sounds pretty neat. And he can make it reject the wheel. Or Misotheist. %50 reflect chance against punishment condemnation spells. Reject the gods. Alright. Nice. Would we like to equip Aloth with this incredibly jaunty hat? The whole, oh hey, you're a watcher again thing seemed kind of contrived. What do you mean? What do you mean, oh hey, you're a watcher again? Or we could give him just a hood. No, I think we've got to give him the incredibly jaunty hat. We've got to change his colors, though. Because we already put blue on a dare. What if we made Aloth kind of... It didn't change anything. Wait, this won't change colors? Seriously? It changes his loincloth color, apparently. Well, guess he's gonna be blue for a while. Oh, it changes his hat band color. Fine. What do you mean Bareth made you into a watcher again? Why would you have ever stopped being a watcher? Like, you are a watcher. Missed the start of the playthrough, but did the main character ever stop being a watcher? Yeah, not to my knowledge. I can't have that not match this. It looks too weird. Alright, well, I guess he's going to use this scepter then. He's got more health than me. He's got good accuracy. Not the best defenses.
Suits me, eh?
He's Gentry from Adir. God, his stats are such ass, though. 12 might for a damage-dealing wizard? At the end of the last game, it said you weren't a watcher anymore? I don't remember that. I mean, I believe you, but I don't remember it. He's got a bunch of Arcana, some explosives, some athletics, some sleight of hand, some diplomacy, a shitload of history, and some insight, which will help me have more insight. Oh, and he can help my metaphysics as well. Alright, welcome to the team, buddy. And he helps my diplomacy as well. He's got a wily step, resistance to dex afflictions. He's got one-handed style. Hits the crits. He's good at rapier. 20 accuracy with rapiers? Holy crap. That's really good. Blast. Hitting enemies around the target. Adds recovery time. He also knows how to use scepter. Wait, what's his special thing? What's his weapon? It's a scepter. How do I feel about this scepter modal for him?
Aye.
20% of damage dealt is applied to self as raw damage. Okay, that's stupid. That's a lot of damage you'd be taking. That's just... why would you even? That means every time, if he fucking hits somebody for 10 to 14... well, now he's doing extra damage with it, too. But every time, if he's, like, hitting you for 12 damage, he's taking 2.5 damage himself. I guess that's not that much. I mean, it's a little bit reckless, but I doubt I'll use it very much. What's the penetration on this? 8! Nice. Scepter has nice penetration. And this will make it a 10. Let's just try it. Let's just turn it on and see. If it starts killing him, well, what the fuck? Shodi can heal him, right? It's good because Watchers eventually went insane. From the first game's ending, for you, the death of Theos brought an end to your waking visions and a silence to the whispers of the past. In their absence, you were able to sleep. The questions of a distant lifetime ceased to trouble your soul. All that remained was what to make of the answer. That's interesting. Alright, let's see. I can craft something. Oh, I can make some positive food! I can make seafood stew. A simmering pot of the latest catch gives you perception, resolve, and intellect. Damn, that's nice. Just requires some hagfish, some vegetables, and some cuttlefish. I can make 2 of them. No, I can't. Let's make a seafood stew. Alright, let's see what else he's got going on. He's got Fan of Flames, he's got a bunch of spells. Wall of many colors, let's check it out. Summons a scintillating wall of varied colors that inflicts varied damage and afflictions on enemies passing through it. Oh, it's Prismatic Wall from D&D. Of course it is. What else would it be? Lasts 30 seconds, and you step through and there's all kinds of rad shit that happens. Alright, Wall of Many Colors actually looks like a really good spell, actually. I just said actually twice in the same sentence, actually. Currently, Bareth decided to give you back that power. It remains to be seen if they hand wave away the insanity thing. Well, based on what I just read there that you quoted, you still might have been a Watcher, even if you didn't have waking visions and a silence and had whispers of the past, and even because you were having those visions and stuff, those were sort of not directly related to you being a Watcher. Well, they might have been related, but they weren't directly because you could be a Watcher and not have those visions that you were having. Because those visions were all specific to Theos and your lifetime with Theos. So if those visions ended, you could still have the Watcher powers. Potentially. I mean, you know, I don't know how it works, but... Alright, let's look at what spells he can actually use. He can do Fan of Flames. Oh, is he an evoker? No, he's just a regular wizard. Why does he have extra wizard power level? Dude, his Fan of Flame does some sick damage. Creates a cone of fire. Let's see how big this cone is.
How may I help?
Ooh! That's a beefy cone! Hold on. I need to try something. Josiah! Josiah!
What are you doing?
Well, that made those people mad. I killed some people. 2 misses, a graze, 2 hits, and a crit. Just straight up murdered some motherfuckers. Whoa! That's a good spell. Okay, hold on. Let's back up off that science.
Confound it! That usually works.
Yes?
He's also got Jolting Touch. Bolt of electricity jumps from the caster's fingers to the nearest enemy, then to the next nearest, causing decreasing amounts of shock damage. That looks pretty good, if he's in melee range. Magic Missile. Summons 3 missiles. That's not that exciting. Casts very fast, though. How long does this take? It takes 2.6 seconds. That takes 2.6 seconds. And he's got Spirit Shield, which gives him armor rating and concentration for a long-ass time. See, these things would have gone really well with being a melee character, too. Because the thing is, I can't trust his AI to use Fan of Flames. And if I set his AI to use Jolting Touch, he's going to run into melee, And then he's gonna start getting his ass beat. So he's pretty much just gonna have to cast minor missiles, which is sort of lame. The game needs more boo. Go for the eyes, boo! Go for the eyes! He's got combusting wounds. Now that's a 10-meter range. It says it's an AoE. Enemy wounds in the area of effect. 2-meter radius to ignite. Taking extra burn damage whenever they take damage. That'd be a good opener. Doesn't last very long though. Doesn't last very long at all. It's a pretty small area. Not thrilled about that spell. Now, Rolling Flame is pretty cool, but again, I don't think I can really trust the AI to cast this in any sort of reasonable way. Because, like...
Hey, sorry.
That's a cool spell. Oh, he killed that Animancer. Crit him for 54 with it.
Watcher! What are you doing?
He just put Spirit Shield on himself. Just watching to see what he does with his default. Alright, that's enough. Wait, let's have him cast something else. Oh, he's used all his spells. He's like, I'm done, Zors. He doesn't, he's not gonna say that with that. This game needs more boo. Okay, what else you got? It's also got Necrotic Lance. That does a pile of damage. Creates a lance of pure necrotic energy, causing corrode damage instantly and over time. I think that just hits one target. No nonsense. So that can be on the AI. And he's got Miasma of Dull-Mindedness. A cloud of heavy fog settles in the minds of those in the area of effect, dulling senses and wits. Inflicts penalties to perception, intellect, and resolve. But it's AoE, so this will affect our people too, right? Well, apparently not, since he didn't really... Oh, it hit it there. Yeah, he's got... So that hits us. So he's not ever going to use that, realistically. I mean, he won't use it unless I personally select him and make him use it. It's not going to be in his AI package. So what that means is he's actually only got 2 spells that I can trust him to cast himself. Let's just see how a Necrotic Lance looks. Doodle-a-doot, 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 doodle-a-doot. Ace that motherfucker for a 66 piece. Not bad.
Watcher! What are you doing?
His missiles did 23. Shodi, are you gonna heal me? Shodi, will you heal me? Shodi, will you heal me? What's the problem here, Shodi? Why am I not getting healed by you? I'm at 19 fucking health. Don't act like you don't have heals left. You've got some right here. Shodi, will you heal me? Shorty, will you heal me? Below 25%, near death. Am I not below 25%? She's on break. Alright, what's 25% of my health? Math time. I have 58 health. Half of my health is 29. Half of that is... Oh, I'm not at 25%. That's why she's not healing me. Welp, we gotta change that. We're changing it to 50%. Now, will it take effect right now? Let's find out. It will. She immediately heals me. I love the fact that you can literally change their AI in the middle of combat and it will immediately start working. That's super cool.
Yes?
Take a look at this.
Pay attention.
It's just Ouchie Town. Oh, Mid-Lettuce Minor Missiles auto hits. Wrong spell. Unerring. Okay, that does make the spell a lot better. It's just like Real Magic Missile. If it auto hits, that makes it a lot better. Ooh, what's the penetration on this? 7.3. So against somebody with poor armor, I can also get overpen damage. Like if I cast it on Sekaruna. Hit her for 22.9. Very fast cast and no chance of missing. Not bad. Alright, Alaf's pretty cool. So let's talk about his AI. He's not going to use Jolting Touch, in fact. He's going to use... Ooh. I can set him to use spells that he doesn't even have yet. Alright. Let's start with Necrotic Lance. On an enemy. Prioritized by... What does it attack? Fortitude? Prioritized by lowest fortitude. Or maybe I should prioritize by highest health. Minor missiles. This might not work out well with these, but we'll try it anyway. Second wind. Top priority. Well, I guess we'll try this. So basically all he's going to do is go into combat, cast a Necrotic Lance on someone, cast 2 Minor Missiles, and then stand there and use the Scepter after that. And if he gets hurt, he'll use Second Wind. Seems reasonable.
What can I do you for?
All right. G2G. Let's talk about our formation. Where do I want Eothas? Back here with me.
Sure thing.
Alright, now that we've done all that, we can it's interesting that he doesn't have any mechanics. I'm gonna give him some when he levels up to assist me. Let's talk to him.
Mm-hmm. I'm all ears. Tell me what's on your mind.
How are you feeling? Have you suffered any recent nightmares?
They're there in my head when I sleep. And sometimes I can taste them on the back of my tongue like a smear of grit. Happens when I take in a particularly volatile soul.
What are you going to do?
Go madder than I already am? I don't rightly know. It's not like I can turn my back on my duty to my god, even if it kills me.
Eothas flashes a quick, pleased glance. That's all for now.
You need me, I'll be 2 whoops in a hall. Mm-hmm. Well, hey, tell me what's on your mind. They're there in my head, and sometimes I'm glad we talked.
Yeah? What's gnawing you? How may I help?
Let us speak again once we've left Port Marge.
Oh, he doesn't want to talk right now. Alright.
Certainly.
What a mess.
Oh, indeed.
Echoesy, but I must take stock of our supplies.
Excuse me.
What a mess.
How are we to rebuild after all this? I cannot imagine. I cannot believe they are all gone. How are we to rebuild after all this?
We're
I
lucky the
cannot
cage
imagine.
worked. Do we just go back to work?
Hey, I could blow up these barrels now and kill these animancers.
We should build more of these cages, I think.
In fact, I need to see something. Super quick science test. Super quick science test.
Me and you.
Okay, that was pretty fucking cool. Gunpowder barrel. Hits for 100? And hits for 86? Okay, those exploding barrels are no joke. Sometimes you gotta exploding barrel some fools. You know what I'm saying? That was for science.
We should build more of these cages, I think.
Be careful. The tunnels below may have collapsed.
Alright, so we got multiple entrances we can go into. That one. That one. I have the feeling you're going to test every frame of this game. There'll be some testing that goes on. We got an ancient training hall. Warning, extreme danger inside. By order of Odorisi, the training hall is off limits to exploration. Oh, a deserted cat. We might get another pet here. We just straight up got a pet. Gosha. Oh, look at this. Is a cute cat. Gives +1 perception, and while Gosha is following you around, you receive a bonus to perception, and enemy weapon attacks are less likely to crit against your party. Wow. Gosha. Now, do I want Gosha, or do I want to stick with my bird? +1 intellect. Intellect and perception are both really good. Adair must be happy. Yeah. Unfortunately, Adair himself cannot equip a pet. Only I can. Well, let's bring Gosha out to play. Look at little Gosha. What's up, ItchyXX? How you doing? Welcome. What's this game? Can you sum it up quickly for me? It's basically like a modern Baldur's Gate. Do you know what Baldur's Gate is? It's also the sequel to Pillars of Eternity 1. It was made by Obsidian. It's a real-time with pause, isometric CRPG. Very text-heavy, very stat-heavy, very crunchy RPG. With real-time combat, but you can pause at any time and issue commands to your people and tell them what to do, and then unpause, and then they'll do it. Let's go in here. Has lots of dialogue and reading as well. We discovered a trap. It's a trap. I love how far away I can discover traps without even being in stealth mode or anything.
Indeed.
This place looks cool. It would sure look a lot cooler if I had lighting turned on. Heavy sigh. Thanks, I hope you win. Thanks. I hope I win too. Oh, no, 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 no! Do not run over that fucking trap! Ooh, the enemy went over the trap, but Skeletal Warrior is immune. Yeah, but you just robbed me of the... Uh-oh. The Skeletal Warrior has a skull on his thing. That doesn't bode well. Alright, well, everybody go ahead and do your thing. Do your AI. And, Alright, this is going fine. Oh, these guys are undead, so I'm gonna hit him with the Holy Radiance. In fact, she's gonna hit him with the Holy Radiance.
This thing isn't doing the job.
Well, that was pretty easy. We got some Skeletal Warriors down. Whoa, Skeletal Warriors have a ludicrous number of abilities. Breastplate, sword, shield, breastplate, sword, shield.
I shall. Now here. Something.
The statue bears elaborate detail, from the buckles of the warrior's greaves to his curly locks. See, I can't even see it.
Yeah, sure thing.
Oh, she is shedding some light. Maybe she's not. So I walk over next to this statue, and I quick save. And I very quickly turn on miscellaneous. Now you can see the fucking statue. But that may make my game crash, so I gotta turn it back off. And now it's dark as fuck. What if he equips a torch? Oh.
I got it.
You still get the ghostly green flame light from his... So only her lantern light counts as miscellaneous? The fuck? Why can't he equip this? Oh, he just equipped it with his scepter. He can only equip it with scepter, not with his rapier? I don't understand what's happening here. Well, his torch sheds light, even though we don't have miscellaneous on. The only... It only seems to affect Shodi's light.
Sure thing.
I don't understand this game. Right? Because she's over here in the dark, right? And she's got no light. We turn this shit on. And now she's shedding light. We turn this off. And now she's not. And the torch is not either. Oh, I see. Nothing's supposed to shed light when miscellaneous is off.
Yeah? Hmm?
What can I do you for?
Except his thing still sheds light. Even... Try something. And now it turns off his light too. Until I re-equip the torch.
Happy to oblige.
Now that turns her light back on.
Yeah?
Dude, I'm hella confused by this whole thing.
Of course.
Green flame. Did I miss you talking to Aloth? Actually, when I tried to have the talk with Aloth, all he said was this.
Again once we've left Port Marge.
He doesn't want to talk to me right now.
Indeed.
Wondering if there's a huge dungeon like Endless Path of Cadnua in this game? There could be. I don't know. I hope that, like, I'm not gonna make the game crash because I have these lights out now. Miscellaneous is still off, but it might not be the miscellaneous setting that made the game crash. It might be the actual lighting effects themselves that made the game crash. So now that I've pulled lanterns out and torches, I might be in Crash City again. The only way I can know is by just doing it and seeing if it crashes. How's your rep with him? I don't think I have any rep with anyone yet. Yeah, they're all at 0 still. Oh, but I can find out what he likes and dislikes. Alright, he dislikes irresponsibility. Aloth finds it distasteful when others do not take their duties seriously or attempt to evade their rightful responsibilities. Aloth does not like pride. He's put off by people who proclaim their own merits in defiance of all decorum and decency. Aloth is wary of traditionalism for its own sake and distrusts those who adhere rigidly to old habits and rituals. That's the opposite of Aloth, who likes traditional. Aloth likes autonomy. He believes Kith should have the freedom to determine their own futures and appreciates efforts that support this principle. Apparently it didn't change my reputation with him. He admires people who take responsibility and don't shirk the task presented to them, and he believes in benevolent authoritarianism. I like how it tells you what stuff each companion likes and dislikes. That's pretty neat. Got some rep with Port Mage, some rep with the Children of the Dawn Stars, but I don't have any rep built up yet with my companions. Oh, you can see that I've partially built up some benevolent and some honest, though. And some diplomatic. And even a little bit of passionate. I'm so scared to have these lights out. On the other hand, I don't like walking around in the dark. Buckles of the Warrior's Greaves to his curly locks. Come straight into preferred political systems. Yeah.
Yes, as you like. I shall.
The training dummy's blade is heavily notched from repeated strikes on hapless trainees. Got a mace, a large shield. Ooh, gauntlets of accuracy. +3 accuracy. They do just what it says on the tin. Who gets those? Adair already has swordsman's bracers. Who do I want to have the best accuracy? Not Shodi. Maybe Aloth. But probably me. I like people who are nice, the truth, and collectivist technocratic governance. Hey, everybody's got to have their preferences. Oh, we got enemies. Skeletal warriors. Let's get into position. And let's move. Wait, why is everybody moving all stupidly right now? Like, literally, what are you people doing? Oh, they're still trying to get into position. Oh, I just realized I still have everybody selected instead of just... Okay. Everybody stop. Just you. pretty unnecessary to actually... Pretty unnecessary for me to actually cast a 3.7 second buff if the fight's gonna end that fast. I might as well have just led with Holy Radiance and we should have just obliterated that thing. Vessel Bones. She is really slow at casting. Well, in fairness, Aloth isn't exactly Speed Racer with some of these spells. 2.6. 2.6. Okay, he's pretty quick, but 2.6. See, I mean, even him, 3.9 seconds for Rolling Flame. Or for Necrotic Lance, 3.9. And he has a good dexterity of 15.
Yes?
You know, so the fact that I'm spending 3.7 for Holy Power is not that ludicrous, really. I mean, normally it would be 3 seconds. It's only 0.7 seconds more. Now, where it really starts to hurt you is in recovery time. Because this would normally be 4 plus 3. It'd be a 7-second total. She ends up adding 1.6 seconds onto her total with the recovery time. Which honestly isn't that much slower. I mean, an extra second and a half.
Certainly.
But I mean, if you look at something like shooting with her bow, each shot is going to be 6 seconds in between. She gets to shoot once each 6 seconds. So if she wanted to shoot 10 times, it would take her 60 seconds. If she didn't have the dexterity penalty, it would take her 4.9 each time. So if she wanted to do 10 shots, it would be 49 seconds instead of a full minute. So, you know, it's a difference, but it's not an enormous difference. Be cautious here. I mean, we're still kind of on the tutorial island here, basically, so the combats seem to be really scaled down.
What have we here? I shall make it so. As you line up. I shall make it so. I shall.
Yay. Disarming traps with the greatest of ease. Weapons on the wall. Those are pretty powerful, while Holy Power is kind of basic. I guess you have a point.
Yes?
What's her longest cast? 3.7.
Yes.
0.6. 3.7. 3.7. 5.5 to cast Eye Strike. Now that's pretty fucking slow. 0.6. Yes. 0.6. 0.6. So yeah, Eye Strike is gonna take a fucking minute. Withdraw 0.6, but Iconic Projection is 3.7. This trainee dummy has long since been frozen into immobility by age. Dude, you can't even see shit on the map. I don't like this. I don't like this level of darkness. I mean, okay, the darkness while we're walking around is fine. But when you can't even see shit on the map, I'm not a fan of that. It's a map. It shouldn't be affected by your lighting. It's a map. I guess that's all that's here. That was much ado about nothing with all these traps and, like, nothing of note guarded by said traps. Miscellaneous affects the map? That really sucks. Well, let's find out. Let's turn it on real quick. Well, it is noticeably more visible with miscellaneous on. That's pretty silly.
Hey.
Mm-hmm.
How may I help?
I shall.
Yeah. Not thrilled about... I mean, I don't even know if miscellaneous is the thing that was causing the crashes. You can say, oh, look, you've been playing for an hour and 47 minutes with miscellaneous off and there's been no crashes. Yeah, but I played for many more hours than that earlier with miscellaneous on and didn't crash. I mean, we don't know when it's going to crash again. I could play for 8 hours in a row and have it not crash, and then it could crash. So we have not yet proven extreme danger inside. By order of Odorisi, the training hall is off limits to exploration. It didn't seem that extreme of danger, really. Let's just say I've seen extremer danger.
I shall make it so.
Whoever was in here left in the middle of drinking their tea. Maybe you're right about tea being the deadly thing that killed these people, Saito. Basically, fuck you. People with old computers don't get to have easy navigation. Well, I'm not sure if this is all as intended. I mean, the developers didn't intend for people to crash, right? That's not, like, built into the game as, like, okay, let's make it crash. They're not expecting that to happen. And obviously, since there's not lots of things on the Steam forums or the Obsidian forums about people having crashes, it could be something very specific to my computer and hardware and software setup and so forth. And again, we still don't know if the crashing actually has anything to do with that setting or not. Basically, we'll see if I can play for, like... Ooh, a cave beetle. I don't really need to cast Holy Power right out the gate. Whisper of Trees and Eye Strike. Let's just start shooting. I think I just hit Ascended. I really wish some kind of indicator would let me know that I'd become Ascended. Because the icon for Ascended looks just like the icon for Focus Starved. Alright, I got 28 seconds to do whatever I want. Now the problem is, I don't really have anything cool to do to this beetle while it's almost dead. There's no reason for me to do anything to this beetle besides shooting it. I like how trees is apparently a green gas. Treason is a green gas? Oh, right, the icon. Apparently. Learned about cave beetles. But we've read about beetles before. River reed and some scoria. A common volcanic rock often found along the seashore. Scoria ranges in color from dark brown to nearly purple, though when viewed in mass it appears black or charcoal. Deadfire denizens make gravel from this abundant, porous stone for the purposes of water drainage and road building.
Indeed.
Look, now her lantern is off again.
Yeah?
Because we changed maps. I don't
I hear you.
know. Dagger, Champion's Medallion. This small Adra disc was apparently to be worn as a medallion. One side of the disc depicts a figure with its arms raised triumphantly above its head, a blade in one hand and a shield in the other. The other side of the disc has been worn smooth with time and is unreadable. One of the workers dug up this old Adra medallion in the sub-level yesterday. I doubt Odorisi would be interested in it, and besides, it looks like it's worth something. Might be nice to surprise the crew with a bonus. Yeah, the lighting thing isn't making me very happy. Like, just look at how bad this looks. Now, look at how much better it looks with this on. Oh my god, no, I can't. It's fucking so much better. Is her thing shedding light?
What can I do you for? Sure thing.
Yeah, it's shedding light. It's so much better with miscellaneous on. The worst would be stormy seas where all the rain is invisible. Yeah, that sounds super terrible too. Let's just keep going. Let's just hope for the best. How does that sound? Look at her waggling that torch. So much waggling. Cool looking maps, though. It's like Grieving Mother's Bell. I want to turn some of this shit on. What the hell is the source of lighting over here? Texan grieving mother, except she shepherds people through death rather than birth. Oh, she doesn't seem very much like grieving mother to me. Alright, let's check out the luminous Adra pool. Okay. Brine imps.
It's beyond me. Me through the sea. But
Maybe this fight will last a little bit longer. God, Holy Power is such a tiny area. Oh, we got another Brian Imp. Aloth is hurting. Wonder if Shodi will heal him at some point. I can heal him.
Let us end this.
Ooh, she did do a heal. And she just healed him again. Right? She heals him for 24. I thought I saw him get healed. Oh, see, he second winded, and then Shodi healed him. Or she healed herself. I thought I watched him get healed twice. Maybe not. Yeah, them brine M-ops. You gotta watch out for them. This curved horn could make an excellent trophy or drinking cup. Fine horns are highly prized by artisans, as they take well to carving. A clawed, spindly wing, spanned by translucent membranes. After removal, it has curled into itself and stiffened. Apparently imps are primordials. Aw, they're cute. They have a fuck ton of will, though. And they're immune to mind affecting, so... no charming them. Lured by the essence that magical items possess, brine imps commonly nest in sea caves or among the islands that pepper frequent shipping routes. To avoid a raiding flock, it is advised that ships transporting magical items anchor at least 5 leagues from any imp-inhabited island during nightfall. Elsewise, the crew may find their sails shredded and the hull carved up come morning. Oh, those are rude little fuckers, then. Rude little fuckers. Ooh, that's good, because you need that to make a bunch of stuff. A trace amount of luminous Adra.
Certainly.
Oh, this is the luminous Adra pool. God, it's dark in this game. Is it my imagination, or did they make this game so much darker than Pillars 1? Let me just test something. Alright, even setting the graphics on high doesn't magically make it brighter. They want to show off their dynamic lighting. Maybe I just need to raise my gamma a little bit. Didn't do much. That didn't do much. They really do not want you to make it brighter. Okay. That literally made it darker. Maybe I'm making it darker, actually. Oh, okay, that made a significant difference. I don't know if I wanted that gamut, though. Map's still dark as fuck. This could be good. I need to see how washed out things look outside, though. Gamad. That's right. Completely legitimate term. Does it look too washed out? This is regular gamma. I'll leave it like this for now. Normally I don't like raising gamma much and making games look kind of like overly washed out, but in this case, since they made the game like super dark mode of Darktown, so you can eat your way out of a broken spine. Yeah, this looks alright. Let all champions pay homage to Ixandros, for without him there would be no glory. Alright, now that we've entered the arena sub-level, this would be a good time to take a super fast break and end this episode. So, if you are watching on Twitch, do not go anywhere because I'm not done streaming. I've got several hours to go left in my 24-hour stream, so I'm not going anywhere. If you're watching on YouTube, however, this episode is now over. So thank you for watching. This has been Josiah Plays Pillars of Eternity 2, Deadfire.